continuing with bringing to you some glimpses of Pandit Nehru's association with figures which have connections with space explorations or science explorations of the universe. Here is a very interesting anecdote from when there was a state visit of Yuri Gagarin and his wife to India. Uh, the Prime Minister was then invited to Lucknow University, and along he took Gagarin and his team along with him to Lucknow University, and of course, this was a state visit where it was very popular. Gagarin overshadowed Nehru in that visit to the university, but that led to tremendous amount of interest in space sciences in the university for years to come. Following that, and Nehru he also met Valentina Tereshkova during one of his visits to Russia. Uh, Then India space program, father of India space program, Vikram Sarabhai. Nehru had a very positive connection with him, and in fact, the beginnings of establishment of the Indian National Committee for Space Research. Um, Nehru, Homi Bhabha, and Vikram Sarabhai, all three formed a part of that initial step, and from which came our um, India's space program, what became ISRO later, and India space program. With Nobel laureate C.V. Raman, Nehru had a very warm connection, perhaps here and there some uh, in exchanges which they had was once when Nehru visited uh, Raman Institute and then was shown mm, in ultraviolet light copper and gold, and he mistook copper for gold, and a joke was made of it, and so on. But there was a very long standing association between the two stalwarts. Meghnad Saha, one name perhaps not so very well known to school children, um, an astrophysicist, and of course later a parliamentarian. Um, mm, Meghnad Saha's work, one of his early works, has played a kind of a stellar role in the understanding of stars. What is called the Meghnad Saha ionization equation, and so all our understanding of stars kind of has a root in that as an origin. And he had an interest in politics from very early on. And in 1938, when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose set up a national planning committee, it was Saha who suggested that Nehru should chair that. And from then onwards, they had a very warm and sometimes opposite ends of opinions. So they had a very strong relation of that kind over this long period of time. The one person with whom Nehru had a kind of unstinted support he gave and had a very warm relationship was with Homi Jahangir Bhabha, and the creation of firstly India's atomic energy establishment grew from that, and the creation of the institution Tata Institute of Fundamental Research for research in physical sciences and biological and mathematical sciences were added to it. And so this institute saw tremendous amount of support from Nehru from the beginnings to here the inauguration of the new building. And basically Nehru was very convinced about the strategic importance of atomic energy, and he had tremendous amount of confidence in Bhabha towards leading that forward. And so all of these efforts received unstinted support. And So here is again, I think that this was before the inauguration of the building and the foundation. So there have been, in fact, scientists, many senior scientists from the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research talk about times when he would unsound just walk into the institution, and the exhilarating times which were at that time. And now I think with this presentation, just end with one quiz about one person, a um, very stalwart figure in sciences from India. Again, perhaps not so very well known to school children. So the presentation will end with that as a quiz to who that is, and of course it will be answered just in a while. But this is just to mention that this is just as one exhibition which is there in the planetarium. Planetarium is now open, and with, of course, all social distancing care which has to be taken. So people are welcome to the planetarium. So this will end this last slide will end the. So here is the quiz. Who is this stalwart figure from Indian science with Nehru? And well, answering the quiz, this is Satyendranath Bose, known for his Bose-Einstein condensation, which is one very fundamental contribution to physics. So there is an indirect connection with astrophysical studies, because what are called Bose-Einstein statistics then have been applied in many astrophysical um, context, and most recently perhaps in supermassive black hole studies and so on. So with this we will be uh, ending this session broadcast. If the just wanted to mention that uh, there would be there is a number of events which are planned in this coming 15 days. Every year we have children's fortnight where all you school students come to the planetarium, and we speak to you, we give you live shows and workshops and so on. Well, this year these workshops are going to be online. So look up this, it's the same link, you can see this presentation, and as comments under the presentation will be information about all the events which will be coming up. Just tomorrow at 8 p.m. there is a session about the Jantar Mantar observatories. It's going to be very exciting, particularly for senior students. Very young students may find it a little difficult to understand, but still, it's a wonderful place, the Jantar Mantar observatories. So all four of them. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. We hope to see all of you at this. So the link will be given. Just you can use the same link as you have for this to come to this presentation, and on this presentation, as a comment, all the other programs will be there. So we will be ending the broadcast now. This was just a very short broadcast, but look out this month, these 15 days, there are a number of activities which you can opt for online.